What's going on, Marvel fans? Blitzwing come back at you with another new Marvel Legends review, and today we're taking a look at the only girl in Wave 1, and that is Hope, a big character currently in the Marvel Universe with the whole X-Men vs. Avengers storyline happening. And without further ado, let's take a closer look. So when we take a closer look, as you can see, first thing I want to say is that the head sculpt is really well done. A lot of times the Marvel Legends and overall a lot of female figures tend to have really dumb faces or expressions that are very stupid. I'm just being honest here, and this one is actually a very sexy looking girl, you know what I mean? Like, they sculpted her very well. She looks good, and this leads to overall already like a positive attribution to this figure, in my opinion, because a lot of the female figures that I've seen unfortunately suffer from that. Now, as far as the other detail, as you can see, this cape, it is actually a separate sculpted piece, which I will cover in just a bit, as well as these nice kind of I'm not really sure what you would call them exactly, probably like arm guards. So they are also separate pieces, and if you remove the wrist, you can actually remove them. And the thing that I really love is the fact that they put so much paint application on these pieces, where as you can see, it's really like, it's got a texture of like old leather that she's been through battles and all, and the overall like metallic green paint that carries through the whole figure is also really nice. And as you can see right here on her shin guards, also as well as knee pad, there's a lot of paint application as well with that whole leather texture. It almost looks like maybe even like crocodile skin type of thing, like, you know what I mean? It looks very genuine and looks very cool. Unfortunately, my figures, you can see she's a little bit cross-legged, so watch out for that when you are picking her up, because her legs are very thin, so I think that's what causes that, and it could be fixed with a little bit of hot water in no time, basically. So the articulation on this figure is very well done as well. As you can see, the head articulation is fairly good, but because of this cloth, this draping cloth that she's got, it is definitely a little bit limited. However, as you can see right here, it's a very simple process of removing it. So you can just pop it off and then have much smoother articulation, but it does make her neck look elongated, and it does make her look a little bit like an ostrich, so I would not recommend it. It's obvious that the figure is meant to have the cloth on at all times, as it looks better and it just covers up and completes the figure in a much better manner. Now, as far as her elbow joints right here, they're actually unique. I've never seen, I don't think, joints like these, or I think maybe only on some of the G.I. Joe figures they use these types of joints. So it's a very weird looking joint. I've never seen one of those. And as you can see right here, these arm gauntlets, thank God that they're not sculpted on, because thanks to that, the articulation at the arms is not limited whatsoever and are not affected by those sculpted on pieces. Now, as far as her leg joint, or leg articulation, it's actually a little bit of a unique joint as well. As you can see, it's much more different than the joints that we see on the male figures, so I'm not sure if this is going to be the kind of articulation they use for all the females, but it's effective, and it does get the job done, that's for sure. So overall, I mean, as you can see, she's got the double jointed knees as well, and great ankle joints, no pivots unfortunately, but overall still a greatly articulated figure. Now, as far as her accessories, she's got two. First off, this draped cloth. Now, I know some of you might not say that this is an accessory, but it definitely is something that is a removable piece, so I consider it an accessory. I like the fact that it's got these nice tears, and again, it does have that really awesome paint job that a lot of her accessories, so to speak, all over her sculpt have, which is that kind of leathery look, and looks very, very cool. The other accessory that she has is actually a gun that some of you might know where it came from. If you remember the Forge figure that Hasbro released, he had this gun as well, except he had a little bit of a, in that hole right there, he had a clip of bullets that you could put in as well. But other than that, it looks good, a lot of detail, definitely could use a little bit of a paint wash. So to summarize, it's a great figure. Definitely the flaws that it does have, if it was a male figure, I'd definitely put much more critique on it, but I think that a lot of times the female figures come out very bad, and as a female figure, I think it's overall a very well done figure that's worth the pickup, especially if you're building T-Rex. Guys, remember to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and check out all these other reviews of the first wave of the new Marvel Legends. Catch you guys in the next one.